tell us that how you came to this level leading the product and technology in Vivera.
I started as a software developer a little bit too long ago, and slowly but surely I was progressing and developing, and became a team lead, leader of teams, then a director of engineering, CTO, and now a CTPO.
How much time does it take for you to come to this level?
It took me several years.
What you have created and how it has actually helped in the real world.
The main product in Vivira Health Lab, and we're creating an app to treat musculoskeletal pain and specifically back pain. And this product can be prescribed by doctors.
But as a patient, how it will be, how we need to use that product and how it will be helpful for us in reducing the pain.
Basically, need to follow our regimen of the treatment, do the exercises in the amount, quantity, and time that we're prescribing. And that basically does the trick. And if you can imagine a portable physiotherapist, but much better, much approachable, and just with you day to day. So that's basically it.
Welcome to the Executive Outlook. Today, we are thrilled to feature Igor Bakman, Chief Technology and Product Officer at Vivira. With a deep passion for empowering teams and building advanced products, he has led and scaled high performing tech teams across diverse domains. Known for his strategic thinking, architecture vision, and hands on engineering leadership, it's a pleasure to have you here. Welcome to the Executive Outlook.
Thank you, Isha, and thank you for the very benevolent and very kind introduction.
And definitely. So tell us that how you came to this level leading the product and technology in Vivera.
Yeah, so basically, I started as a software developer a little bit too long ago, and slowly but surely, I was progressing and developing, and um, became a team lead, leader of teams, then a director of engineering, CTO, and now a CTPO. So basically, just answered the call whenever it came to be. Whenever I was needed to step up, I stepped up.
Very nice. And how much time does it take for you to come to this level?
It depends how you count. I mean, from a developer to a team lead, it took me several years. Same for director of engineering. From there, it was relatively straightforward to jump into a CTO role. And when the opportunity to be also in charge of the product presented itself, I just took it and doing that since then.
Wow, wow, that's great. So, I mean, can you share some, some of the projects which you have worked on and how actually it has made a real time impact, real world impact when you have worked? Because being into technology, this is the best feeling when your services and your products are being utilized, which you have created by a number of people, right? So I'm very I really want to know that how what you have created and how it has actually helped in the real world.
Yeah, so I have one small esoteric example. When a couple of years ago, um, I I was randomly talking with a lady in a meetup, and she realized that I'm the CTO, CTPO of Vivira Health Lab, and she basically thanked me. She thanked me for our product and how it helped her, and it was an extremely wow moment for me when I realized that okay, this is the actual impact. It's not just on paper. It's not just in numbers that we can see on dashboards and whatnot. It's not just the revenue of it, but an actual person says thank you for the well, for the product and the projects that I'm a part of. That was extremely mind blowing for me.
And with this, I want to understand about the product, what you have created, which really helped her.
Yeah, so the product is the main product in Vivira Health Lab, and we're creating an app to treat musculoskeletal pain and specifically back pain. And this product can be prescribed by doctors to patients, and it's treating, well, basically back pain. Whenever you, me, anyone in the world basically have a back pain, it can be treated by our app or with our app and reduce the pain.
Wow. I mean, this is a very common scenario because being into IT, I think
Yeah.
everyone has this problem because of the long sitting hours as well, right? So, so
Yes.
how it cure? Like, I understand that doctor recommend this product, right? But as a patient, how it will be, how we need to use that product, and how it will be helpful for us in reducing the pain.
Yeah. So we have a tailored and personalized treatment for patients that basically need to follow our regimen of the treatment, do the exercises in the amount and quantity and time that we're prescribing, and that basically does the trick. And if you can imagine a portable physiotherapist, but much better, much approachable, and just with you day to day. So that's basically it.
Oh, that's a very nice concept. Like portable physiotherapist. Wow, that's
Kind
great.
of.
Yeah. So, are you utilizing the AI in your products right now?
Um, that's a painful question. Unfortunately, not, due to the fact that we are heavily regulated and we need to adhere also to the EU AI Act. So at the moment, we do not utilize the not the but any AI components in our product. We are trying to do that and are doing it in the proximity of the product and throughout the day-to-day work in our company. We have not only big plans but also concrete plans to utilize AI in the product. Uh, but yeah, it's still pending on a lot of regulation and I mean obviously resources.
All right. So, tell me, what are the recent trends in the healthcare? Because you are right now into the healthcare industry, and what where you see as a next in the future, what products will be helpful for them according to the trends.
So, as your last question, AI is definitely the thing, and when you're combining this with interoperability, this is definitely the future. That there is no other way, there is no other pathway, there is no other scenario that this thing is rolling out to. And let's say 5 years from now, there is no chance that we're not. It's not only we like as our company, and not only in the EU but in the world. AI and interoperability will be a major component and a necessity in healthcare. So what it actually means that so sorry, what it doesn't mean that we'll have a consolidation and we'll have like two or three players in the healthcare system, but it does mean that every player in the system will just have to talk with each other, um, not only talk conversation, but APIs, data exchanges, and specific formats. So that's in terms of interoperability. AI is definitely, and without a doubt, like the biggest trend and the biggest thing that healthcare should strive to. And we do see that some areas in the world are a little bit more progressive, specifically Asia. Um, the US as well can be not can be they're already actually progressing in that. EU is a little bit lagging behind, but still doing some progress in it. So AI, and not necessarily the large language models, but specific models that can analyze, predict, and whatnot, will be not just a part, but will be a major part of the healthcare system.
Yep, yep, exactly. You said it right. So, I mean, there are, because you are into healthcare sector, I also want to understand that how are you utilizing data in the healthcare sector in your product perspective? Like your product is that is from the doctor is advising to use the product as per their condition. And right now, are you capturing any data that who is using your product and how you are utilizing that data in order to make the decisions, smart decisions, basically?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, to the degree that we can capture and utilize the data, because we are extremely regulated, we are trying to utilize this data as much as possible in the purpose of improving and improving our product and enhancing the. It's not necessarily the user experience of it, but us as a medical device, as a software, the medical outcome and the medical efficacy of our product. So that's the first and foremost aim in our mind, and obviously also the user experience. So the data of the usage of our app, um, how, who, when is using the app, is definitely critical and crucial uh, data point or data points in our day-to-day decision making of did we do the right thing, and how well did we do it in terms of, let's say, creating a feature, and also analyzing forward. So if we know that there is some, I don't know, low adherence in some specific area in our app, and we know that this specific area is extremely important for the medical efficacy that the patients can later on experience, then we'll try to increase it. And by trying to increase it, we creating some features or changing or, I don't know, removing some features, and later on capturing the effect of that specific decision on the previous KPI, on the main KPI of medical efficacy of the product. So it's a connected chain of KPIs of data points that influence our entire decision making, not only as a product, not only as a product development team, but also the entire company.
Okay, and that is really helping you to take the right decisions. All right, okay, do we need this or do we need that,
It
which is
it, it
causing
helps
this?
us. So it helps us to minimize the. It's not the bad decisions, but the wrong decisions. Let's call it that, or at the very least, getting faster to the point of understanding that, okay, we made not the correct turn. Let's correct the course, and yeah, and try something different. So it's not like we will always make mistakes. There is no doubt about this. There is no illusion about this. Not to me, not to anyone in the company. But we're trying to minimize it and much faster to realize when does this thing happen.
Exactly, got it. So being into technology, right? So what are the major challenges right now you're facing in your company?
It's a good question. The No, it's a good question because it applies to everyone, um, like to any company at any point in time. And the answer is probably the same for everyone at any point in time. To stay focused on the things that we set our minds to and executing on them, and not being distracted by all the 1,000 shiny things that are going around us and happening, and can be extremely lucrative or look extremely lucrative, but the goal and well, basically our aim is to stay focused. So I would say it's a constant challenge, and we need to set like a dedicated effort to make it such that the focus is not being lost, and we need to obviously recalibrate and to see that we are doing the right thing at that specific point in time once in a while. But whenever a new shiny thing pops up, the trick is just stay on the same course, and that's the biggest challenge, because the opportunities out there are enormous and endless.
Yep, yep. Because it happens that we are lost in some of the, as you mentioned, some of the things which we want to have it, but it actually does not have much impact on the revenue or the business operations, right? So we have to be focused on what we need to do, what we need to set as priority in order to make the business run, and then we should taking those initiatives. I totally agree
Yeah,
on this point.
exactly. Totally agree.
Yep, 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 yep. All right. So tell me, what skills um, does anyone need in order to want who wants to be in a role like yours, the technical,
What skills?
leading lectures, leading the technology of the company. So, what skills do you think is most important?
The funny answer is, if you want to be a C level, you have to tolerate a lot of meetings. So that's a skill. Um, on, on a more serious note, I would say that you need to keep on learning, and you need to keep on expanding not only the specific area of your expertise, not only excel at the exact specific thing that you are excelling at, but broaden your horizons, and yeah, and have a broader spectrum of not only your vision but also your skill sets. So that's extremely important in terms of the hard skills. But I would also say that the kind of the soft skills, I don't like this term, but yeah, it is being used. Um, you have to learn to be a good listener, and I'm emphasizing the have to learn part because it is learnable. Like almost any skill is learnable, or the vast majority of them. So in order to be able to lead people, you definitely have to be a good listener, or at least expand um, on that trait. You also need to proactively learn and expand on those skills of leadership, how to motivate, or at least not to kill the motivation of people, how to group everyone together, and how to make sure that everyone is rowing in the same direction. Um, it is relatively straightforward, the skill set, but it is hard to come by. And although in theory you can learn stuff, but in practice, when you actually try to implement it, things go sometimes they can go the other way. But you have to be benevolent with yourself, and just keep at it and believe that you will be better and you will enhance well your skill set. So you by yourself need to be benevolent to yourself and motivated to keep on learning.
Yeah, yeah. You made it a really good point. These skills are learnable. Yeah, I
One hundred
totally
percent.
yeah, because I mean, see, according to me, let me what my thinking is technology wise perspective, still people can learn very quickly, right? Because there are patterns that has been
Yep.
decided, and proper curriculums are there. Lot of stuff are there in the YouTube, or you can take the courses out of it, right? But these skills, the active listener, how to make the problem solving attitude, right, mindset of approaching towards a problem, these skills, when we come to the C level, is the most required skills. And skills takes a lot of time to understand how we should react, how should we take this, how should we approach this. So absolutely agree on your point. And the best part is we can learn it. There is a proper process that we can follow to learn
Yeah,
this skill.
100%. And it doesn't have to be only the hard way of trial and failure, but you can proactively, well, either take courses or go to meetups or try a leadership coach or something like that. Um, yeah, and it's extremely beneficial.
Yeah, exactly. So you mentioned a point that you can go to meetup. So which meets do you recommend for the executives, C level executives?
Um, so specifically where I am in Berlin, we have various meetups for CTOs. So if you are or you want to be, definitely go to that. You'll hear a lot of interesting opinions, opinions that probably differ from yours, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you can pick up a lot of stuff there of what to do, definitely what not to do. So those some of the meetups that can be beneficial, but in the spirit of also expanding your horizons, don't go just to like CTOs meetups. Go to other meetups as well. It could be with anything and everything. So try to expand your network, and try to pick up things and skill sets basically from anything and everywhere. So, and it doesn't really matter if it's the kind of the highest level of a CTO or a developer meetup. It could be a product meetup, whatever. It doesn't really matter. So it could be beneficial. Well, basically by
Right.
anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. So great. I think that is all I wanted to ask from you today. Thank you so much for providing the insightful insights. Again, thank you for coming to the Executive Outlook.
Thank you, Isha. I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you.